Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
Well, hello everyone. We've got a lot to cover concerning our weekend weather forecast. A lot of changes coming up in the weather, and it is Friday. So we got the evening, plans, I know, kind of mapped out, maybe going to the movie or heading out there to the favorite restaurant. In my case, I'm going to be kind of in and out of the studio some of the weekend. We still got more birthday parties. Everybody had a birthday at the same time, but we'll be watching the weather closely throughout the weekend, and we'll break in should any of those storms misbehave on Sunday. That's when we're expecting a few storms to get in here. And once the rain moves in, then we go back to that rainy pattern like we had last weekend, where we had like 2.5 days of on and off storms. So let's go ahead and take a look. Nothing to worry about right now. It looks really nice out there. Let's get a quick check on our drought monitor. Here's the latest. You can see we've got the D2 over most of the area. That's the orange shaded area. That's a severe drought. And then we've got the D1 or the beige area showing the moderate drought, and then just the yellow showing the abnormally dry. So we do need more rain. We're about 7.5 inches below normal for the year, and we will add a little bit to the rain bucket as we head into late weekend through the start of next week. Currently though, beautiful day out there as we're heading into the evening hours. 84 degrees. We've got south winds at 10 miles per hour, looking fabulous there in Savannah. You can tell there's a lot of people coming into Savannah, maybe heading out for the weekend, maybe getting off work early. I wish you the best and hope you have a great weekend. Milledgeville, a pretty day here, 82 degrees, and we've got a southeast wind there about 7 miles per hour. Memphis looking good, 84 with a light south wind about 6 miles per hour. And here in Paris, beautiful, lovely Paris, coming in at 82. And right now, at the moment, we've got a north wind at 7, but that's mostly been out of the south today, so a little bit variable there to the north. Let's look at temperatures across the board. 86 in Ripley, Dyersburg, and Ridgely. Union City also coming in at 86, Trenton as well. We got 82 in Alamo and Brownsville, 82 in Bolivar, 84 in Selmer, and 82 in Lexington and Parsons right now. Winds are mainly out of the south, at times up to about 20 miles per hour. The radar is clear, but as we look closer, we'll kind of zoom in. You can see the rain and the lightning that's going on out there to the west of us over parts of Arkansas. That's where it's been more active. Here locally, though, we're keeping nice dry conditions, but you can see those clouds kind of rotating around that high pressure that's in place here. So there's no way any rain can get in here today or tomorrow for the most part, because it's being held off to the west by that ridge of high pressure. So we're going to at least get, today and most of us tomorrow without rain, thanks to that high pressure located over East Tennessee. Now notice as we head through the weekend, though, that high, it's going to stay around the same position, but it's going to lower. It's going to break down and weaken some, and that's going to allow ultimately that rain to start to spread in here as we head into Sunday. So there's a look at Sunday's map. Severe weather, as far as widespread severe weather, it's going to be off to the north of us today. No problems here locally. Tomorrow, you can see it gets a little bit closer, but it's Ohio Valley, still many hours to the north of us, and then off to the west over portions of Texas. And then as we go into Sunday, still not projecting any severe weather here as far as like a larger, more organized event. However, just like we had last weekend, we could still have some severe storms, as we're in that time of the year where some of these storms can grow real tall, and all of a sudden you get a severe thunderstorm warning with some big hail, because they can grow so tall, they get up there into the colder part of the atmosphere. So we'll be watching that on Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday, and of course we'll break in live for any severe storms. Let's take a look at Futurecast. A dry evening tonight. Now, unless you're headed into like North Arkansas, you're going to be rain-free. You can see a few little blinks there on Saturday, but again, chances are less than 10%. Any of those showers that did pop up would be very short-lived. Sunday, however, you can see here we are into the morning hours, 6, 7, 8 a.m. Starts to get some rain in here. Another round of some pop-up thunderstorms possible there as we head into the late afternoon and evening. More rounds of rain coming in on Monday, and we'll continue with this pattern right on through the first half of Wednesday into next week. Now, we could pick up some very impressive totals between all 3 to 4 of those days, between about 2 and 4 inches. We'll take a look at that here in a moment. Well, let's also take a look at the humidity. Here's the muggy meter as we're going to be heading up into the 70-degree humidity range, and that's going to carry us into that very humid range. And we'll notice a big difference tomorrow. It's going to feel much hotter around here tomorrow into Sunday as that humidity really starts to peak out there, and that warm to hot feeling will continue right on through about Tuesday before the humidity starts to drop. However, when the humidity starts to drop next week into Wednesday and Thursday, the actual temperature will go up. So it is going to be hot either way. For the rest of our evening, upper 80s, but we'll drop into the upper 60s by in the morning. Rainfall between Sunday and Wednesday. We could pick up a quick 2 to 4 inches, which would make some of a dent in that drought, at least a third or a fourth of that drought deficit. We are about 7.5 inches in a deficit, and we would need a little over 7.5 to catch us up for the year. But you can see the red area there over West Tennessee. That's the forecast rainfall over the next 6 days. And when you put that in with the key there, you got about 2 to 4 inches. So we definitely could use that, but we don't want the severe weather. Temperatures are going to climb right on into tomorrow. Upper 80s will continue. Mid to upper 80s there. A little bit of a drop back on temperature Sunday, but then right back into the upper 80s on Monday and Tuesday. And look at those 90s by the time we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Ooh, I don't know. I'm more of a 70s person. I don't like the 90s and 100s. If we have that, I like to be in a swimming pool like a lot of you. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. Highs today about 86. Plenty of sunshine around today. You'll notice partly cloudy skies tomorrow, or we could say a mix of clouds and sunshine. Only a very slight chance of a shower at less than 10% tomorrow. Most of us stay dry. Sunday, rain comes in the morning hours. Another round looks to be on tap there in the afternoon. Chance of rain overall is going to be close to 70%, both Sunday and Monday, to about 50% there on Tuesday, and a few lingering showers or thunder rumbles into at least the first half of Wednesday. Then we turn back to sunshine, much like we did last weekend. We had the storms, then went into a few sunny days. We're going to do that again, but the temperature is going to be much hotter this time, as to where we went to the low 80s in that sunshine. This last week, it's going up. It's going to be in the low 90s. So get ready. Some summer-like heat is on the way. That's a real good extensive look at your weekend weather forecast. And have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching West Tennessee Weather Channel. I'm Brian Davis.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.